Hey friends, it's Simon Hurley, and in today's video I'm going to share my new Piano Recital Background Stamp and one of the really fun features of it to really make this a super versatile background stamp. So whether you want to use it one strip at a time or as a whole background, there's some really cool possibilities with this one. So let's talk about the new Piano Recital Background Stamp from the Simon Hurley Create line. This one is so much fun because it actually has a cutout in the design. I love these fun little music notes that I drew here, but I wanted you to be able to use this as a background or individually. And I'm kind of a lazy crafter and I do not want to mask off these or cut them out or anything like that. I wanted to be able to stamp it separately on the project. And Stampers Anonymous manufactured these stamps for us, and they look so awesome. They're high quality red rubber, and on some of their larger stamps, that's where they have little images, they leave the rubber on for waste and you kind of peel out the images. And so that I kind of was inspired by that when I was creating this, because I wanted to cut out in my image too and for it to kind of fit back like a puzzle piece. So when you get the stamp, it'll be attached kind of, and you just have to peel off. There's tiny little pieces here that kind of attach it. You just peel those right off, and then this is going to be kind of a separate stamp. Now when I'm stamping this image, I leave it on the acetate. I kind of cut right around the image so you have a little bit of acetate that's holding all this together, and I stamp background stamp face up, and I press my cardstock into it, into the ink there. So that's a great way to stamp background stamps, and when you want to use it all together, that's going to hold this piece right in place. If you're moving it to a stamp positioner, you'll just pick up all the pieces and line them up and move them over together as a puzzle, and they fit perfectly back together, so no need to worry. But I just wanted that to kind of be another way to use your stamps. You're really getting your money's worth with these. So let's do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to go in with Remember Me ink, which is my dark kind of teal color in the line. I'm just going to ink up this whole background stamp so you guys can kind of see how it all looks. So I'll just ink this up, and it's a 6x6 background, so you can have either the music notes going this way or this way on your card, which is really awesome. So I'm just going to ink this up. Make sure there's lots of ink on the surface there. And then let's do our stamping. So I'll move this over. We can place it down. And then I'm just going to give good, even pressure all over so the ink transfers onto our card front. And this is the Simon Hurley Create Stark White cardstock. It's a super bright white, and it's a heavyweight 110-pound cardstock, so it's great for stamping too. Okay, so let's lift this off the surface, and look at how fun that is. That stamped really nicely with the red rubber. It always gives great impressions, and this is a super fun background stamp. So it's inverted each time. I think this is just so much fun and will give a great kind of texture and dimension to the background when you stamp it. I also want to show how you can take out that piece as well and how it stamps like that. So I'm just going to grab a paper towel, and my inks clean off really easily. So if it bugs you, if an ink stains the stamp, my inks do not. You just take a little bit of water and they clean so easily off your stamp, which is so nice. I'm not a huge fan of when things stain, so having it nice and clean is always great. Now, let's talk about removing it. So all you need to do is simply peel it out of the center, and again, it can totally stick back in there if you want it to, but if you want to use it separately, I just set it right down into my surface, and they actually print on the design too, which I think is so awesome. So when it's in your collection, you can see exactly what your stamp is going to be. Then I'm going to grab my dilutions. This is just a large acrylic block for journaling. I'm just going to use it to pick up this stamp. Give some good pressure, and then I can stamp this onto a card and have it be by itself. And so the cool part about this is you can stamp these in different colors. So I'm going to go in here with, let's do a little bit of Clear Skies. Going to just ink that up a little bit. Then we'll spray it down. There we have it stamped down so you can get kind of a watercolor effect. And again, my inks are really cool. They react with water, so they do a great job at watercoloring. I'm going to just clean this off a little bit, and then I can stamp it in a separate color. So this is so much fun, whether you just want that one line of music, or if you want to do several different colors and have it all throughout the background. It's super easy to do, and it's way less work on your part as well, which I think is so totally awesome, that you can use these in different colors and not have to worry about masking or anything like that, because I am not great at masking and it takes a long time. So this is just super simple to already have it built into your stamp that you can peel it out, and it works like a fun little puzzle. So let's go in finally with Slippery and Wet to finish this off. I'll stamp that down. So look at that fun background we've already created there using the middle part of the music. And again, like I said, you can totally take this off and put it right back into your background stamp and continue stamping with it. Of course, I need to clean it off after I'm done, but it fits right back in there, which is so awesome. And then you can keep stamping with the full background, which I love. Instead of making it a separate clear stamp you have to purchase, you just purchase that one background stamp and you can really use it however you want. The possibilities are so endless with this stamp. And so I created a fun card here. In the background, you can see those music notes kind of watercolored in that ink there, which I think is so much fun. It just added a little bit of texture in the background. And then this is from the Caroling Squad stamp set. So I just went in with my new clear stamp set called Caroling Squad. I love this one for Christmas. It's so much fun. You've got that group of 3 friends here, caroling, which I stamped on the front of this card, and watercolored them using my Simon Hurley Create inks. And then I used some of the littler music notes in here to stamp around them, and the Merry Christmas stamp set, which is so much fun. I actually hand wrote most of these sentiments in here, so it's so much fun to see them used on cards like this. And there's, again, tons of images in here for you to stamp and color for the whole Christmas season for all of your awesome Christmas cards. We wanted to release this so you have tons of time to create with it for your Christmas cards. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video on the Piano Recital Background Stamp and that kind of new cutout that we did in there. And it's so much fun, super easy, and you get lots of use out of it. So I hope you guys will check the links down below to go shopping for any Simon Hurley Create products. We had tons of fun today with the inks and stamps, and I cannot wait to see what you guys create with them.